Ospreys coach Steve Tandy described this game as massive for both teams. The Welsh side started the evening in 4th place, 4 points ahead of Glasgow, but the Scots had 2 games in hand. The signs for Ospreys weren't great, having suffered defeat in their last 4 away games in all competitions, and their last win away to Warriors dated back to September 2009. In fact, Gregor Townsend's men had beaten Ospreys in their last 5 meetings and were looking for back-to-back home wins against Welsh opposition, having accounted for Scarlets 6 days earlier. With a lot at stake, it was inevitable that things would be tight and tense in the early stages, and it took until the 19th minute before the scoreboard operator had to stir. Glasgow infringed at the breakdown. Dan Biggar had the relatively straightforward task of slotting the penalty between the posts. His kick was successful, and Ospreys had a 3-0 lead midway through the first half. That was the end of the scoring on what was a thoroughly disappointing first 40 minutes, with neither side managing to engineer any sustained pressure. Glasgow have failed to score more than 2 tries in any match at Scotstoun this season, so they haven't exactly been prolific. But they did grab an equaliser 9 minutes after the restart. Ospreys' Justin Tipperick penalised for hands in the ruck, and Duncan Weir put the penalty over the bar to make it 3 points apiece. Approaching the hour mark, the home side edged in front, Weir making it 6-3 with another confidently struck penalty after Ospreys again fell on the wrong side of the referee. But the Welshmen stepped things up a bit, having gone behind, and they had the Glasgow defence on high alert as they pressed the Scots line. The referee blowing for offside, and Biggar was left with the simple tap over to make it 6-all. With 15 minutes left, it was anybody's game. Ospreys' last win away to Glasgow came 5 years ago, but they looked set to end that run 8 minutes from time when, having worked a good position, the ball was fed back to Biggar, and he kicked a perfect drop goal to give the Welshmen a 9-6 lead. The out-half's 4th successful drop of the season, and in what was a low-scoring encounter, it looked like a crucial score. But then Glasgow responded brilliantly. Huge credit has to go to Nikola Matawalu, who picked up at the foot of the ruck and broke through the Welsh rear guard before kicking ahead with the outside of his right boot for Tommy Seymour to race on, with the winger just getting the touchdown ahead of Biggar. The TMO was called to assist the referee John Lacey, and it was judged that the man born in Nashville had got downward pressure on the ball for what would turn out to be a match-winning try.
Thank you.
Matawalu, the architect of the score, with the Nashville dasher applying the finishing touch. Weir had a chance to stretch the lead to 5 points with the conversion, but it struck the upright, and with a couple of minutes to go, Warriors had a nervy 11 points to 9 lead. In the end, it didn't matter. With the final play of the game, Biggar had another drop goal attempt. This time his kick was blocked down by Matawalu, who raced the length of the field and came very close to another try. It wasn't to be, and as the ref's full-time whistle blew soon after, it did ensure that Ospreys took a losing bonus from the game. With one of their matches in hand at home to Treviso to come next week, Glasgow have taken a big step towards securing a place in the playoffs with this hard-fought win. 1 point behind Ospreys, but with 2 games extra to play. Ospreys are at home to Leinster next time out. It wasn't a classic, but a vitally important win for Townsend's men. Final score: Glasgow Warriors 11, Ospreys 9.